I designed this course so that students with different levels of experience can get benefit from it. As a result, there's a lot of detail in the first few sections that you will not find very interesting if you are a more experienced maker. Although you may find some of the lectures in the early sections easy and even redundant, please remember that they are necessary for students who are just starting now with the Raspberry Pi, and you'll find more involved topics further down in the course. Please consider the following guidelines before embarking on this project. The first section, the one that you are in now, sets the objective for the course and details out the necessary equipment. Please spend some time here and gather the required hardware and software before you continue. I know how frustrating it is to be halfway through a construction only to discover that something is missing. The second section is about the basic setup of your bench computer. More experienced makers will find this part boring, and if you are one of them, feel free to skip it. Similarly, Part 3 is where you set up the networking. You can skip most lectures there if you want as well. Just beware that at the start of this section, I demonstrate how I made an enclosure for the bench computer. You may want to watch that. It's not on par with Apple's aluminium cases, but it is very cheap, easy to make, and it keeps my bench computer together. I'm sure, of course, you can do better. Section 4 and onwards is where most of the action takes place. In Section 4, I discuss the camera module and show you how to take images, video, and some video tricks. In Section 5, I discuss the PiFace Relay Plus hat, which is the most important functional component of the bench computer. It is what we use to control devices, including the external relay box. Feel free to fast forward certain parts, but be sure to watch all of it. In Section 6, I discuss the DHT22 sensor. Many of you already know how to use it. However, in this section, I show how to use it without a need for super user access. This is important for the final application, so please don't skip it. Sections 7 and 8 are about the relay controller box. Even more experienced makers will want to watch these lectures. I show you how to design a safe relay controller box that allows you to control mains appliances. I show the basics of relays, calculate the transistor circuits, simulate, test it, construct the PCB for it, assemble the box, and test the box. If you only learn one thing from this course, may this be it. In Section 9, I give an introduction to TKInter. TKInter is the Python module that makes it easy to create graphical applications. You will not become a TKInter expert by watching this section, but you will be able to create graphical applications and you will be able to understand the programming process in Section 10. So again, please don't skip it. In Section 10, finally, I show you how to do the programming for the bench computer. I have broken down the programming into 4 steps, plus a lecture on wireframing. Wireframing is a step that most people tend to skip, but it helps in nailing down the details of your graphical user interface design before you start writing any code. I'll show you how to do it. By the end of Section 10, you will have a working bench computer. At the very end, you will have a bench computer, but you will also have a platform on which you can build more automation for your bench or your home. I discuss some of those issues in the concluding Section 11. Okay, I hope that all this has helped you to get an understanding of the road ahead. So now, let's move on.